Steve Teel, Very Bold Radio and Podcast. Man, I am excited. I am joined by two current college baseball players, both former Johnson Jaguars here in San Antonio, but now doing their thing at A&M is Nathan Dettmer, and doing his thing, pitching at Angelo State, is Aaron Munson. And both these guys, according to my baseball scout research team, are future MLB draft picks. So that's what I hear. So yeah, that's what I hear. I mean, I've got my sources. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, Nathan Dettmer, Aaron Munson, welcome to Very Bold Radio and Podcast. So glad you guys are here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, how are y'all doing today?
Excellent.
Yeah?
Amazing.
A little chilly.
Yeah? A little chilly?
A little bit.
Not as cold as it has been the last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
I guess.
Right. All right, tell me a little bit. Now, this is going to throw off our radio listeners because this isn't going to air until January for KSLR AM 630. This is going to throw them off.
All right.
Tell me about Thanksgiving a little bit. What are we excited about with food? Let's talk about food because you got home cooking now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what are you excited about? What dish, Aaron?
I think we're making enchiladas on Thursday, right? I think
Enchiladas.
I love
Enchiladas?
favorite.
Is that a Thanksgiving thing?
It got canceled. We got overruled.
It got overruled?
I was looking forward to those.
This is how you find out. We have a studio audience, by the way. We've got parents in the house, which is awesome. This is our biggest studio audience, so I'm expecting, we should have the applause sign up. We should have some different things picking up, but we're really glad y'all are here. All right, what are you looking forward to?
Ooh. I think just the classic turkey. That's what I'm looking forward to most. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
I think that's the one.
Okay, yeah. Can't go wrong. Side dish, though. There's got to be something in addition. What's...
Chips and salsa.
Chips and salsa?
You're all with the Mexican
Man,
food.
this is your traditional American Thanksgiving. I love it. Chips
like
and
that.
salsa. Enchilada. You'll go with that?
Yeah, chips and salsa. I like that.
Chips and salsa.
It better be there.
It better be there now.
Yeah.
You're calling it.
Good.
All right. Here's what I want to ask you guys to do now. I want you to introduce each other. It can be like a scouting report, so to speak, of personality. How long have you guys known each other?
About-
7th grade? When did you?
I moved here in 7th grade,
Yeah,
so
so
7th grade.
Long time. And you guys were teammates for how many years of that? I mean, I know at Johnson, but
4 or 5.
I would just say 4, maybe 5.
okay.
Just Johnson, I think.
All right.
Played on different travel ball teams.
Yeah.
Until Johnson.
For a little while. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So y'all know each other pretty well.
Yes, sir.
You battle tested together. So I want an introduction of Nathan from you, Aaron. What would you tell me about Nathan?
I mean, I've really only seen him on the field. He's a very quiet person on the field,
that
especially
right?
when he's pitching.
I'll take that, yeah.
When he's
You'll take that?
Yeah, when he's
Yeah, you
pitching,
can
don't talk to
dispute that.
Nathan.
Oh,
Don't
really?
Don't talk to Nathan when he's pitching.
Yeah.
I mean, off the field, it's just happy guy, always smiling, always has some jokes for everybody, always laughing. So he's a very positive guy
Yeah.
to be around. I would
Yeah,
say.
that's cool. But during the game itself,
During the game, stay away from him.
Gotta flip
He's
the
scary.
switch. Flip
Flip the
the
switch.
switch. Yeah.
All
Scary.
right.
That's right.
Get away from him.
when does that, before you introduce Aaron, when does that start for you? Like, if you're pitching that night or that day, when is that switch on that people are not supposed to talk to you, you're in the zone?
I would say when I start warming up, when I start stretching and warming up, you gotta flip it. I'm a different person.
You're a different person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to do anything mentally just to prepare yourself, or is it just kind of automatic now?
I guess I didn't do this before, but going into college, I started I would say meditating, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of just being by myself, having my eyes closed, and just getting in the zone. I started doing that.
Okay.
It
All
helps a
right.
lot.
You can't tell us too many of your tricks.
Yeah, I know. I might give some stuff away.
So don't want to give it away.
Yeah, I know. That'll be bad.
All right, Nathan, can you introduce Aaron? Tell me about Aaron.
Yeah,
a little bit.
so this is Aaron Munson. I'd say, he's also a pretty fun-going guy, just like myself. But,
Yeah.
But he's a really fierce competitor. He's an awesome guy to play with. One of my favorite teammates all time.
That's
And,
awesome.
I just love the guy.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
You feel the love?
Yeah, I do.
There we go.
All right.
But he hasn't seen me pitch yet.
No.
No, when I was playing with him, he was a position player. Now he's a pitcher. Now.
I want to talk about that. I want to hear about that because you were going to Angelo State as an outfielder, right?
It was I would say 70% outfield and then maybe transition to a pitcher. But
Okay.
not really being a serious pitcher was kind of weird. And then just getting there, we had, since COVID, all the outfielders were all 23 years old.
They
So it's I was
were
I'm not gonna play.
37
Yeah.
years old.
I was like,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to play, but so then they just decided to put me on the mound, and here we are.
Here we are. Well, you just left out like a whole bunch of here we are.
we are.
Here we are. Yeah, here we are. So, I mean,
We'll get in more detail.
we'll get in more detail. I love it. All right, so let me ask you, for you, I mean, I know you as like the clubhouse, like you bring in a lot of fun and stuff. So do you have this switch? Like, what do you like when you're pitching? Aren't you curious?
Yeah,
Right?
I am too. Yeah.
I would say very similar to him. Since like when you become a starter, you can kind of show up at the clubhouse whenever you want. You don't have to go out and warm up with all the guys that are in BP where they show up hours and hours before the game.
Okay.
So I say when I get to the clubhouse and everyone's out in the BP, I have the clubhouse. It's all to yourself. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm just listening to music, and that's kind of where it starts. And then I walk out towards the field, and you're stretching and warming up. So
Yeah.
then I think it's probably a good hour and a half, 2-hour process before the game.
Okay. Are you joking around at that time? Or are you in a zone?
I'm like him.
Nah, you
Whoa,
gotta
check
get
it
in the
out.
zone. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, nobody can talk to me. You can ask
Yeah.
all my teammates at Angelo State, and they can't talk to me.
It's the same thing. Oh, that's interesting. And when you were a center fielder,
Different. Way
totally different. Totally
Yeah.
different. Okay. All right. That's awesome. All right. Well, let's talk. You got Angelo State. You've been there now 2 years. You've been to 2 College World Series. Angelo State's D2, 2 College World Series. That's crazy. You are at A&M D1 College World Series. We got College World Series just coming out of the ears here.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Man, talk to me about your experience as a freshman getting to pitch in the College World Series. That's where, to me, it's crazy because what I remember is you're going as an outfielder, and then all of a sudden you're pitching a bunch, and then you're pitching in the College World Series. I mean, that's crazy.
So that year, I would say like November is when we kind of got serious in the pitching. And then it kind of just came along, came back before the season. I didn't travel my first weekend because
Wow.
I don't know. I guess I just wasn't quite good enough yet. Still,
Did you
still-
do
still-
this?
I was
It's still growing.
I was still
Still
growing,
growing.
still trying to
Yeah,
learn
yeah.
how to pitch and stuff. And
got
then
it.
I had a bullpen probably beginning of March that just kind of like a spark hit. And so it just kind of went downhill after that. Started pitching more. Ended up starting a couple games as a true freshman, being really at first year as a PO, and then getting the College World Series and pitching 3 out of 4 games was pretty cool.
That's amazing. Dang, 3 out of 4. That's crazy. Do you have a favorite memory of one of those games? Or
I mean, my favorite memory is probably going in the last game, which we ended up losing, was going in, bases loaded, 1 out, and getting out of it, and then going on to pitch, I think, 4 scoreless after
what?
that.
Okay, so what inning did you come in?
The 7th, I went to the 11th.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Was it 0-0?
No, we were down 2. The best part about that
Yeah.
was not even me on the mound. It was we were down 7-3 going into the 8th. We scored 2, come back, then scored 2 to tie the game in the bottom of the 9th.
Whoa.
That was the best part of the game. I wasn't even on the mound. I was freaking out in the dugout.
In the dugout.
I was like, oh my gosh, I got to go back out and pitch. And so I
I
sat back
don't want to
down.
mess this up.
I was like, I had to sit back down and like refocus because I was like, you know what, like this might be it. This might be it.
Yeah.
So I went up
Yeah.
and I started like just chatting around,
Yeah.
and then they scored. I was like, oh. And I
Oh.
sat back down. And I had to focus.
I got to focus up.
Yeah, and then you went
Oh.
back out and you threw 2 more innings. And then how many innings did it wind up going?
It ended up being the 11th inning. I think. I don't know if they called it a base hit or an error, and then they took me out after that. But
Okay, yeah. Wow, what a crazy experience. All right, 2 years College World Series. Are you guys going to make it back?
I think
Got
so.
it.
I
They
think
got
this is
it.
the best.
Gotta.
They got it. That's the standard now.
Yeah,
You got to make it there.
I think so. I think this is the best pitching staff we've had
Oh, yeah.
so far.
Okay, what's the story on the pitching staff? What can you tell me?
A lot of new dudes coming back. A lot of Division I bounce backs that are
Okay,
big time arms at our level. So it should be at any level, I think. So it
Okay.
should be very exciting.
how's the hitting looking for this year?
I think the hitting's going to be the hitting. Coach Brooks is going to find a way to put runs on the board. I'm not too worried about that at all.
Okay, all right, man. And these new pitchers coming from all over different schools and
So
everything?
we have Oregon, UT. We have a
Wow.
Shoot, I think we have a. There's. I'm not going to say his name yet. But
What?
He doesn't want to give it away.
yeah, but I think we got a couple guys. We might have a new guy coming in, but we don't know for sure.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you. And how's the team chemistry? All these new
It's-
guys?
The best. I don't know how we're probably, I would say 60-70% new guys this year,
Wow.
and the team chemistry it's amazing. It's really cool how it's been going.
Okay.
unreal.
How can you tell this team chemistry? And I'll ask you too, Nathan. I mean, how can you tell the difference? I mean, I didn't play college baseball. I barely played little league baseball.
Shoot. I would
What's
probably say the difference is just being comfortable with everybody. Because, you know how sometimes there's some guys you can't really talk to.
Yep. I was about to say the same thing.
Okay.
Some guys you're still kind of scared to reach out to them, talk to them.
Yeah.
And you have your little cliques. You have your there's 3 or 4 different groups on the team
Yeah.
sometimes.
Okay.
And this year it's just one big group, which is really really cool.
Okay. All right, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
All right. Now, hopefully you're not gonna say, "Oh, our chemistry's terrible."
No. My
What's the deal, Nathan?
My freshman year,
Yeah.
it was super cliquey. Everyone, the seniors all hung out together, and the freshmen all hung out together. And I almost felt like I couldn't ask certain guys certain questions.
Yeah.
And, I wanted to get that information as a young guy, but it felt like almost they were too cool for me.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't very good for the team. But then going into last year, we had that chemistry. I was friends with everyone. I could hang out with everyone, and that's really what made us good.
Yeah. What was the difference? I mean, I hate to say it because it's gonna sound terrible, but I mean, some of those older guys, that sounds wrong, moving on or whatever. But the younger guys just figuring out a way to bond, or what?
Yeah, I think also what had to do with it, like you said, was just everyone was new and everyone was still trying to figure their way out. So everyone was like, well, let's just do it together. Let's figure out what our roles are together. And we really came together as a team over that.
I love it. All right, now your path to A&M is a little
Yeah.
bit different than Aaron's to Angelo State. I mean, he goes as an outfielder. It's a little bit different for you, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So what is your path like getting to A&M and everything? I mean, you've been a pitcher. I saw you pitch. This is a little known fact.
Really?
Yeah, I saw you pitch.
Hopefully I did good.
You did great.
Oh,
Now,
really?
I'm a little concerned. I don't remember the exact details, so you guys are going to have to update me. All right, so I think this would have been junior year. I'm looking over to my baseball research department, and
Okay.
you guys can help me too. This is at San Marcos High School. This is the
Yep.
playoffs against Lake Travis.
Yeah.
This
Yep.
is a good one, right?
This is a good
Great-
one. This
great
is a good
game.
one.
All right, tell me about that game, just so I get my facts straight and everything.
Yeah. So I don't know. Lake Travis was an amazing team.
They were amazing. I
were really good.
remember Scott telling me
Uh-huh.
there was a bunch of D1 athletes, but I also remember you saying, "Who's pitching for us?" And he's like, "Oh, we got the guy we want out there. We got Nathan Dettmer." I don't remember exactly what in my head. I feel like what I'm recreating is he's a bulldog. I don't know if you said that. That could just totally be me,
Maybe
but
something different to that, but yes, he was the guy. He was our guy.
Yeah.
all right. So talk to me about that game. Yeah. So I saw you pitch. It was incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was an awesome game. It was really a surreal experience. Going into it, I knew they were really good, and they had a bunch of good guys.
Yeah.
Future draft pick on their team, and I just talked to my coaches, and they were just like, "Look, we know they're good, but so are you, and you just got to trust that." And
Yeah.
that was really one of the first games where I learned about trust and learned about having these guys behind me and knowing that I don't have to strike everyone out, that I'm
Yeah.
let my defense work. I trust my coaches. I trust my teammates, and I just let it work and
Wow.
threw strikes. Good
Did
things
you
happen.
did you realize in the moment, man, I need to trust, or was it something in hindsight that you're like, man, I realized I started to trust?
Yeah. So when I was younger than that, in sophomore year
Yeah.
and some games before that, I thought that in order to be a good pitcher, I just had to strike everyone out.
Gotcha.
And if anyone got a hit, then I did bad.
Yeah.
But going into that game, there were such good hitters. I was like, well, I'm just going to throw strikes, and if they hit it, there's a good chance they're going to hit it to my guys, and they're still going to be out.
Yeah.
A 400 hitter gets out 60% of the time. So
Right.
if you throw strikes, good things are going to happen.
Wow, man, that's a big mind
Yeah.
shift in perspective. That just sounds really smart that you figured that
Thank you.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so remind me exactly how that game went, because now you're talking to an old guy. I know they know really well, but remind me how it went. Oh, what?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Okay, it was a while
We
ago.
won.
We won.
We
I
did
know
win.
that. We
All
won.
right.
We did win.
We did win.
How's Red Beatty scoreless?
Yeah.
Well, that was the only game they did not score all year.
That's
It
true.
was the only game.
Yeah.
Lake Travis got shut out.
Their
Okay.
third baseman actually made his MLB debut this year.
Yeah.
That's
That-
a
from that
little
year.
weird. That's a little surreal.
It's crazy.
He's
Yeah.
awesome.
He's awesome.
He's crazy.
Two hits.
Yeah,
He
he.
had 2 hits, no runs.
Only give it.
Oh man, we got a new baseball source, and it's right
Yeah, they're
over
all-
here.
They know all the facts. I don't even remember that game.
I don't either. The game's
Okay.
kind of a blur.
Yeah.
I remember
love it.
senior year though.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, what happened your senior year?
This guy didn't allow a hit through 3 games.
All right, so was that the COVID year?
That was COVID
All
year,
right, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I did see, I think in your Aggie bio or somewhere
yeah.
that like 20 innings and 0 hits.
Well, they counted one was a hit, but I remember Gordy
Yeah,
going
yeah.
crazy like that's not a hit.
It should have been an error or I don't
Something.
know. Yeah.
20 innings, no hits. So that's
sir.
hilarious. So you go in like you're like, I don't have to strike everybody out. I don't have to strike everybody out.
And then it
You
works
wind
out
up
that
striking
way.
everybody out.
Sometimes it works out that way. Yeah.
20 innings.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not talking about no runs. What?
No hits. And
What?
we were on a good run, but
were pretty good that
then
year.
COVID happened and got shut down.
Yeah. What's
Spring break.
Spring break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra spring break.
Tell me what it was like for you guys going through that when it looked like, I mean, it was going to be a big year is what it
Yeah.
seems like.
Yeah, it was tough, and I think what was hard to deal with was the unknown. We didn't know if we were going to
Yeah.
play next week. We didn't know if things were going to go back to normal in a couple days. So we just always had to do what we could. The field was still open. We were still trying to throw when we could. We just didn't know, and
Yeah.
then eventually, it turned into the huge pandemic that it was. It was
Right.
tough.
Right. Crazy. How about for you, Aaron? What was your perspective?
Just being at home a lot. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But
So nice for your parents to hear that. So nice.
'cause
I'm kidding.
That's what happened.
there was
I'm
nothing
kidding.
to do around here.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah, you're a social guy. You got to be out with people.
Gotta.
Or, yeah,
getting on,
gotta.
remember, we were warming up when they told us to.
Yep.
We were, I
We're-
think we
we're
were
getting
playing
ready.
at Judson. We are like
Yeah.
playing a team to get into the playoffs that weekend for the tournament, and we were out there throwing, stretching, and they're just like, everybody get on the bus.
Wow.
And then
Dang.
we got on the bus. We're like, we're all happy. We're like, extra spring
Yeah, we were
break.
like, we get an extra spring break.
Oh, man. You
Another
didn't
week.
know.
No.
Yeah.
I wish we weren't happy for that.
And then
Yeah.
he comes on. He's like, "Yeah, UIL shut
This is
down
Gazelle?
all."
This is
yeah,
Coach Gazelle?
Coach Gazelle.
shutting down all UIL shutting down all spring activities,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll just go from there. And then never played again.
Never.
Yeah. Crazy. Did that feel like, is that something you had to overcome, or was your senior year a little bit like you're already looking forward to college? I mean,
For us,
be truthful.
Yeah, for us, it was a little different
Okay.
perspective just because we knew what we were going to do eventually.
Okay.
But for some guys, it was terrible because that
Yeah.
was their last game. They
Yeah,
didn't
that's
even
right.
realize.
And they
That's
didn't even
right.
get to get looked. Like their reach
Yeah,
out
yeah.
towards colleges ended right there.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they couldn't talk to colleges.
Couldn't
Colleges
showcase.
couldn't come here and
Yeah.
see them. So some guys didn't even get to play college baseball because of COVID.
Wow. So some of those guys, I mean, would have had a chance, you think?
I-
I mean, you know their
do
talent.
think-
I
I
mean,
think so.
on our team and other teams around the country.
Yeah.
I mean, some people up north didn't even only had a week of season.
Yeah.
Some didn't even have a season because they started later because it's so cold up there.
Yeah.
So they didn't get an opportunity, just that one last ride
Yeah.
to try to see if they could
Yeah.
make some magic work
One
towards
last
college.
ride. I like that, man. That's good. That's good. All right. Well, talk to me again about your
sir.
path. So when did you decide you're going to A&M?
My-
So you were pretty touted as a pitcher. You
little
were
bit.
you were
Thank you.
you
Thank
were a well-known commodity as a pitcher,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So when did you know the A&M was a choice for you? And
That was my sophomore year. I think it was February of sophomore year.
Okay.
Going into that season. And I went to a camp that winter, and they offered me, and I was like, I love it. Let's do it.
you
That was-
knew right away?
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah. You didn't have to think about it. Did you had other offers?
I did. I was talking to Arkansas a little bit. I was, I guess, talking to LSU or maybe a little bit of that TU school in Austin. But they, yeah, but I knew I wanted to be at A&M, and it just felt like home and felt like family there.
Okay, all right. And your head coach there, how do you say his name?
Schlossnagel.
That's the one. Was he there already? I don't
He was
remember
not.
exactly. Oh, so you were recruited by the
I
previous...
was recruited by Coach Childress earlier, and I played for him my freshman year. And then
Oh, he
going
was-
into sophomore
oh.
year, the coaching change happened.
Okay, all right. Now, that can be tough sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're recruited by one staff, and then they leave.
Yeah.
What was the adjustment like for you?
It was scary just because
Yeah.
I didn't know if this guy was going to cut me or if he was going to come in and just get a whole new staff, whole new
Yeah.
players, or what he was going to do. But I'm so glad I stayed. It was the greatest decision of my life, and this past year has totally changed my life. And I've learned so much, and I'm so glad I stayed.
Wow.
And
Okay, all right. It's time for me to bring out my gifts for you
Ooh.
or for your parents. So, this is Chick-fil-A. I don't know what you like, so hopefully it's the right thing in there. I don't know. You can open it if you want. I don't know. It's just a gift card. It's a gift card. So it's for your parents if the compliance has any questions.
Okay.
It's not an NIL deal.
It's for them.
So, all right. And this is
Hey.
what I have for you, Nathan.
The
So-
Pringles.
Or for your family, yeah.
For them.
I want to know the full story. I've never gotten the full
All right.
story.
All right.
All right, I love it.
I'll tell it firsthand.
I love it. Let's hear it, man.
So the Pringles story.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, that was a
Aaron doesn't even know. So
That was
know
our-
the full story. Yeah.
that was our thing last year. I guess it was kind of what our identity as a team, kind of what we came together over, and it all started in the beginning of the season. We were had a rough patch. We would
You did.
win
Okay.
some games, lose some games, and it was just up and down. And
Yeah.
couldn't get consistent, couldn't stay on a win streak or anything.
Okay.
And so there was a Tuesday game against Houston,
Okay.
and we
I love
lost, and we should have won. We should have beat them.
it. Okay.
And we lost, and we came down into the clubhouse, and we thought we were going to get chewed out. We thought he was going to just lay into us, and but he was calm. Our coach, he came down and just said, like, "Have y'all ever had a Pringle?" And we're sitting there, like, "What are you talking about, dude? Like, what?" And, he was like, we were like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Well, do you ever just eat one?" We're like, no, you got to eat the whole thing. You know, when you open a can of Pringles, you won't eat the entire thing. You can't put them up.
Yeah.
And he said, like, that's exactly what winning is. Once you get one win, you got to get another and another and another and another. You can't just get one and then throw it away. And so that's that next weekend we traveled to LSU, the first SEC series, and total underdogs, like, thought they were going to kill us.
Wow.
And we came out and beat them 2 out of the 3 games. And
Yeah.
every time we scored a run, a pitcher on our staff, Micah Dallas, he brought a can of Pringles. Every time we scored a run, he gave him a Pringle, and it was just like an incentive for us
Come on.
to keep scoring and scoring and scoring. So, yeah, and then we just rode with it the rest of the year, and that's really what we came together over.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, fueled by Pringles, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my gosh. All
Is it
right.
gonna stick around?
Huh?
Is it gonna stick around?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the question,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's the question. Is it going to be something new for this year, or
We don't
will
know
the
yet.
Pringles? Yeah.
We don't know yet because it was that team's thing. But,
Okay.
we might try it. We might bring it back.
Yeah.
But we're not sure yet. Every
Okay.
team, I think, needs their own thing.
Okay.
But we're gonna test it out. We still got a little
It
time.
could be something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We'll see.
Did it have to be like an adversity sort of situation where you feel like you're underperforming, underachieving, and then the coach just happens to mention Pringles and some guys like, I'm bringing out the Pringles? I mean, that's crazy. Does it have to be adversity, or can it be something like, no, this is our thing this year?
I think it doesn't have to be adversity through the season.
Yeah.
I think adversity definitely helps it, whether it's in the fall or
Okay.
whenever it is, in the weight room, whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's how you come together as a team.
Okay.
Definitely going through the hard times and making it out the other side and realizing who you are and how you can play for each other. I think that helps a lot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Angelo State, do you guys have a thing? Have you had a thing? We got to have a thing, I feel
I
like.
don't think we have any.
We don't have anything.
on.
Come on.
Make it Chick-fil-A.
You can make it Chick-fil-A, but there's got to be like a story behind it, right? and
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
take the like one more thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can't just eat one.
I don't think we have anything at all. I'm trying to think.
We don't have anything.
No.
Any ideas?
I'm drawing a blank right now. I don't
You're
think-
drawing a blank? I mean, enchiladas. The whole enchilada.
Ooh.
The whole enchilada
For Thanksgiving.
for Thanksgiving. All right, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
All right. So talk to me about your freshman year to sophomore year. Well, this is what I want to say first. I want to say I noticed, I did some of my own baseball research, Munson. So, and I noticed a trend. It was really interesting about both of you, that it was kind of almost eerie, a little bit off, but both of you guys are winners. I mean, that's a fact, right? And I'm just looking at your parents. I mean, man, y'all are standing a long time. We doing okay over there? The studio audience. Both of y'all are winners, and I actually have some numbers like to back it up, not just your win-loss record. I mean, I think you were like 11-3 or something crazy like that. Yeah, I know. That's good, right?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. All right, there was a part in the season. This is what I noticed. It was kind of crazy. I got to pull out both my stat sheets. All right. I'll start with you, Aaron, from April 15th to May 28th. And I know you guys won a lot of games, but every game that you pitched, even if it was like 1 out, but every game, there's 8 innings, 7 innings, 3 innings, your team won that game. if you pitch, they won. 8-0 during that streak. So that was April 15th to May 28th. If you pitch, they won.
Wow.
All right. That's pretty good, right?
That's dang good.
Yeah.
That's real good.
All right. I've got some numbers on this guy, too. I don't know if y'all looked at this. This is crazy, too.
Really?
Yeah. Starting April 1st. So your streak was April 15th to May 28th. And you had a bunch of other, whenever you pitched, they won. But I just noticed that there was like almost concurrent. Your streak started April 1st to May 19th. So at Alabama, and then Kentucky, Georgia, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, South Carolina, Mississippi State, Ole Miss. Now, you didn't always get the on your one-loss record, but every game that you pitched was a win. Every game during those SEC series. So I went a little deeper. Like those series that you pitched, the Aggies were 8-0. I mean, those games that you pitched. The rest, it was 8-8. If you didn't pitch, the Aggies were 8-8. So that are you getting that? That's like pretty good. That's pretty good. So
cool.
You guys were 16-8. So you're basically winning 2 out of 3. You know, most weekends or whatever. But if you pitched, they won. I mean, that's pretty stellar. So both you guys clearly are winners.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. We got to talk about your World Series experience, man. I want to hear about it.
What
You
about
got any? You got any questions for him? I like how you. I haven't heard that story.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear just man the excitement for you.
Oh.
Yeah. No, your freshman year, you guys. I don't remember what you did or
We're
how much
not
you were
very good.
pitching. You weren't very good. Did
I
y'all?
pitched a good amount, but we weren't very good.
Okay. All right. That chemistry and everything
It was not on,
and
no.
chemistry just really makes that much of a difference.
It does. 100%.
Okay.
That
All right.
culture too.
The culture. And what? Tell me a little bit about the culture sort of shift or change without throwing
Yeah.
your previous coaches
Oh,
or
yeah.
anybody
No,
under
no.
the bus.
I love my old staff,
Okay.
and that's why I committed here or
Right,
to A&M.
right.
It's because of them, but it was a team thing, and
Yeah.
going into last year, the culture was totally different, and it really was a brotherhood. That word
Cool.
and family can get tossed around a little bit, but
Yeah.
I love those guys so much, and I know we're going to be lifelong friends.
Yeah.
And that's it. That was really the total change.
Okay. All right. So you guys get going with the Pringles, fueled by Pringles. Everything gets going. You get into the tournament, and then you guys, man, you win your regional. I mean, and you're going, and then the super.
Yep.
And then you're going to Omaha.
Yeah.
Man, I have no idea what that is like.
It was surreal.
Okay.
And especially Coach Schlossnagel's first interview he ever did when he came.
Yeah.
He said that the goal is a national title, and there's never going to be a day when it's not that. And just to see it almost be able to happen in the first year, it's amazing to see. And it really was. The moment it clicked was when we got that final out. You know, we were making a good run. Everyone realized, it might happen. But when the final out happened, all the emotions came out, and it was so exciting.
Oh, man, that's awesome. All right, talk to us about Omaha itself. So is your opening game against OU? I'm trying to remember. Okay.
That was the first game. I was blessed enough to
You're the guy.
I throw out the first pitch in the entire thing. And
Dang.
it was awesome.
That is awesome.
It was cool, but unfortunately that game didn't go very well for me. I got pulled in about, the third inning, gave up 7 runs. It was rough, and
Okay.
yeah.
Talk to us about your mindset following that, because what you do next is really what we're getting at.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not. No,
I
really,
understand.
I mean, we're getting at that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
pretty phenomenal the mental toughness and.
Yeah,
and
I
everything.
was down in the dumps.
You were?
I came out of that game. And they put in someone new, and I think there's a shot of me somewhere. Just my head is just in between my legs, like totally, just at the
Cameras.
bottom
Cameras.
bottom of the world. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do, and I felt terrible. Felt like I left my team down. Like, just the run that we made, I just put it all to waste. But I went home that night, and I gave myself 2 decisions. I can either be a great teammate and go out there tomorrow and just cheer everyone on and be the best teammate I can, do what I can, because I can't pitch the next day.
Yeah.
Or I can just feel sorry for myself and sit at the end of the dugout and be the worst teammate. And we played Texas the next day or in a couple days.
Right.
And it was awesome. The energy was electric, and we ended up beating them.
Yeah, it's huge. So you decided you knew you had 2 ways to go, and you decided, no, I'm going to be. You had to
Make a choice, yeah.
make a choice. I love it. That's a winner. All right. So then, go on.
Then I I talked with my coach going into the next game. We played Notre Dame because we beat Texas. And
Tell us about that. What can you tell us about that talk with your coach?
yeah, I met with him, and he said, I asked him, like, first he asked me, like, what do you want? And I just said, I want to throw again. I want to pitch again.
Yeah.
Whether that's in the pen or whether it's a start, I want to go again. I need to redeem myself, with my teammates.
Love it.
And he just said, well, we need you tomorrow. We need you to start. And because I only threw 40 pitches in the first game, so I was like, let's do it. I'm ready.
Was your arm feeling pretty good?
I was feeling
still 3 days rest, right?
A little sore, but
okay.
I knew with another day, I was gonna be all right. And
okay.
I got the start, and good things happened.
Tell us about that game. We want to
yeah.
hear about that a little bit.
Yeah, going in that game, my mindset really was, I'm gonna throw strikes and have fun. Because with one loss already, the next one loss we would have been eliminated.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
might have been my last time ever throwing to those guys. So I said, I'm gonna have fun and make the most of it and enjoy every moment. And if I throw strikes, I can live with that. If they hit me all over the yard, I can live with that. But if I'm walking everyone, then I can't live with that. I would beat up myself, and I can't do that. But if I'm throwing strikes, and then I always say when you throw strikes, good things happen.
That's it.
And that's how it ended up.
Yeah, so give me the stat line. You guys won the game. I mean, I'm trying to remember here. I know we've got people over there. What do we got?
7 or 8?
Seven.
7. Yeah.
Shutout?
Shut up.
Shutout?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, for me. But
Yeah. 7 shutout innings. That's crazy, man. That was a pretty big story.
it was really good.
Yeah, that's
It was
awesome.
awesome.
All right, what do we got, studio audience?
5-1.
5-1 or 6-1 was the final.
Yeah.
Okay.
7.
Yeah, phenomenal. All right, so talk to me about this year, what you guys are hoping. I've got some more questions. Hopefully y'all don't have to run. If you need to sit down, it's okay. But I got more questions for both you guys. But just for this season, what are you hopeful for? Why don't you start,
There
Aaron?
you go.
Like baseball-wise?
Yeah, baseball-wise.
As a team, obviously national championship.
Yeah, the whole enchilada.
The whole-
I'm really trying
whole
that hard.
enchilada.
Like it.
Yeah, it's good. It's not bad, but I know it's got to come from them. He's
Whole
laughing.
enchilada.
I mean, that's what you have to say.
Yeah.
Being there the 2 years that we have. National championship.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
National championship or nothing. All right, I love it. And how about you, Nathan?
Yeah, same for us.
Yeah.
National championship. That team last year really set the foundation.
Yeah.
And that's a standard now.
Yeah.
And so you got to play up to it, and if you don't win it, then the season's a failure pretty much. Obviously, you do great things throughout the season. But
Right.
if you don't win it, you're not satisfied.
Okay. All right. Now I've got some questions. How this isn't fair because your college coach will get mad. But, I mean, so looking ahead a little bit, both of y'all are probably hopeful to play, get drafted, right? Your coaches are talking about you getting drafted. I think it's pretty well known, according to my baseball resource. He's saying that you're a first-round or second-round pick.
Absolutely, brother.
Thank you.
100%.
Hopefully.
100%. All right. So what do you guys feel about the future, in terms of baseball?
You got it.
You got it. You got it.
Wherever it goes.
Wherever it goes?
Yeah, wherever it leads me. I'm not too picky.
Okay.
If it ends, it ends.
Yeah.
You got to move on with life, but I'm not.
It doesn't seem like it's going to end, though.
I hope not.
That's not what I'm
that's,
hearing.
That's the hope. But
Yeah.
You never know. Something could happen just one
That's
day.
true. That it definitely happens in athletics.
So
Sometimes
you never
that
know.
happens.
So you just gotta hope for the best, try to stay healthy, and just do whatever you can
Yeah.
to make that happen.
Yeah, I love sports, but man, they can be cruel. The good thing is, to me, the athletes that I get to know and get to meet, and the coaches, some of them, I just always hear about some of the stories when sports are cruel, but just God is bigger. Just God's behind it. God's working things out. But we're hoping and praying that it just goes the way that you're hoping and wanting. What do you feel, Nathan, about the future?
Yeah, I'm super hopeful for the future. I really hope I get to play this game as long as I can.
Okay.
And use that platform for good. I really hope so. But
Yeah.
a big goal of mine this year is just to kind of stay where my feet are and focus on the now rather than the later.
That's
And
good.
then if I can focus on what I'm good at now, the rest will take care of itself.
Yeah, that's good. Talk to me about that platform. When you talk about being hopeful to use baseball as a platform, what might that look like for you? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I've been super blessed with the platform I've been given. I've had so many great opportunities throughout the years, and I think it's almost disrespectful to God if I don't use that platform and all these abilities He gave me for good. And we're both super blessed, and we have amazing abilities, and using that for good, and it's awesome.
All right, I know y'all are both pitchers, but I'm going to throw a curveball at y'all right now. So you got 4 very supportive parents over there, and Thanksgiving is coming. I want to hear a little bit about, just your parents' support and what they mean to you guys. So, man, I'm throwing you on the spot.
Yeah,
I'm looking in the
they're sitting
eyes.
there looking at us.
I know. They're eating it up, man.
Uh-oh.
They're eating. All right, who wants to go?
Yeah, you got.
It means the world. Being an only child, being their sole spotlight, for them to really focus on, it's really awesome to watch them work. Always trying to put in the time, always communicating with each other on who's going to take me where.
Yeah.
Practice and growing up.
Yeah.
'Cause I thought I was a busy kid. I was doing something sports-wise growing up. So watching them be able to take their time out of their day to sacrifice for me it's meant a lot.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
All right, that's good. Anything else you want to say about your parents? I want to see if their love tanks are being filled. They're feeling pretty good. You might be off the hook now. That's good. That's good. All right, Nathan, how about you, man?
Yeah, I'm just so blessed and so thankful for both my parents. My mom raised me as a single mom for first about 12 years of my life, and she sacrificed so much for me, especially just having the ability to even play sports sometimes. She had to sacrifice a lot, but all I've ever wanted to do is make her proud. And then my stepdad, he's done so much for me, especially when I was going through it in high school and not doing good. He's always been there for me and helped me so much. When I didn't have that father figure in my life, he really stepped in there.
Yeah. What does that mean when you weren't doing so good? What can you tell us about that?
So going through, summer of my junior year, I was not working hard. I wasn't doing very good.
Okay.
I was already committed to A&M, and I just I wasn't working hard at it. I thought I was gonna. I already committed there. I was gonna get everything given to me, and that's not how the sport works. It doesn't owe you anything.
That's funny.
And I really had. That was a part of my life where I had to learn that I had to work hard at whatever I want to do, and nothing that is worthwhile. Nothing. What am I trying to say?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It does. Everything that's good takes hard work.
Yeah.
And, worth having takes hard work.
Yeah.
And I really realized that my junior year, and he helped me get through that.
How did he help you? I mean, if you don't.
Yeah, and he just, I don't know, just my mechanics were terrible.
Okay.
I was not.
All right.
I was not working hard.
Okay.
I lost a lot of strength. My velo dropped.
Okay.
And he just helped me keep it simple. And just gained a lot of weight.
Wow.
Worked on it. And I was flying open with my mechanics, and he just helped me have these keys to get me on the right track.
Yeah, and you were a former Aggie baseball pitcher?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean that's nice to have.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice
In
to
your
have
back
in the
pocket?
house. Yeah,
That
in
is
your
nice.
back pocket. That's awesome. All right, you mentioned velocity, so Matt, not to make what's your velocity like? I don't know. My baseball research department, I'm hearing some pretty big numbers.
This fall is up to 99,
Oh my gosh!
but I don't sit there. I just touched it. Touched
yeah.
it all the time.
That's what we're talking.
Don't get it out of the water. Yeah, I'm not throwing that all the time, but
Okay.
But I was.
What pitches are you throwing on? I'm going to ask you the same question. What are your best pitches? What are your
I got a sinker.
Okay.
I guess fastball.
You've seen that?
It's really good.
Okay.
It's.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing they can do with it is hit it straight into the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I
When I see
locate it.
that at its best.
Okay. Has it gotten better? I mean, was this back in high school days that you're
No,
talking about? Or
just-
you've seen
just
him?
watching
you
him.
watching
I
him
always
on-
try to get on TV and try to
Okay.
make time to watch him.
Oh, that's cool.
When you're throwing against Notre Dame, I was actually driving through Ohio, Pennsylvania, and upstate New York,
Really?
going away to Vermont for summer.
Oh, yeah, Super Bowl.
So I was sitting there, I was driving, I was like, woo!
That's sweet. That's sweet.
Your mom is just shuddered.
That's
Brotherhood.
awesome.
Brotherhood,
awesome,
that's
man.
really cool.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So your sinker.
Yeah, sinker. as a fastball, really, and then
Okay.
slider off of that, and then
Wow.
a changeup.
Okay, what kind of changeup do you throw?
Just a two-seam change.
Okay.
Circle.
Circle.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Awesome. What about
you
you,
got?
Aaron? What you got? He said.
Yeah, come
what
on.
You got?
Let me get a little.
Yeah.
Let me see what you got.
What you got?
I might need to take something here.
I love it.
It's just a 4-pitch mix of fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. Nothing-
Curveball. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that new, or did you always throw curveball?
I don't know. I guess.
I get it.
I always try to have the 4-pitch mix when I started as a freshman, but I kind of like last year I was more of a 2-pitch guy. I was more fastball, slider,
Okay.
and then changeups just kind of. We don't know. It's always a question mark with.
Wow.
the pitch,
I've
so-
heard it's really good from my baseball research department. That's what I hear.
He does. He didn't get to see it. The last time I pitched competitively was in summer, and he didn't get to watch. But it's usually my slider is usually my best pitch. That's my out pitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Got it. All right. I got a couple more questions if y'all can hang in there for a few
sure.
more. All right.
Yeah.
This one's also putting you on the spot. You're in college. I know, like, faith can go kind of a couple different ways.
Yeah.
You guys are, you're scholarship athletes. That is a different world. That is a job, and then you go to school. It's what it. I know it's student athlete, but those coaches, even they may be the best coaches ever, but your time, it seems like to me, from what I've experienced, it kind of belongs to them. You're on their schedule, and then you got to take care of academics and all that in addition. So I feel like faith could be easily, for anybody going to college, could be the thing that kind of gets left out. So be honest here with your parents here. Is your faith growing? Is it kind of just there? Who can tell me about your faith? He's looking at you. You're
I can go.
Yeah. All right. All right.
think
I'll
about
go.
your answer. How's your
yeah.
faith going?
I'd say it definitely it's going good,
Yeah.
but it is way tougher. And,
Okay.
especially just to find time.
Yeah.
To go to church, to go to Bible study, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It is tough because I'm so busy. I know he is too.
Yeah.
And but you really have to put it out there because that's what you believe in, and you got to go for it.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, that's good. All right, Aaron, what you got?
I would say mine's just kind of right there on the line.
Okay.
Being
All
out
right.
there.
Yeah.
Especially this semester, I have 6 classes right now.
Wow.
And they're all
Dang,
they're all
dude.
in person too. So,
Oh.
and then having individuals and then
Yeah.
weights and then recovery after that. It's really hard to find the time because then I'll get home and then next thing you know it's just homework.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there.
Yeah.
And then your buddies, you're trying to hang out with friends.
Right.
So it is really hard to be that college athlete and have good faith at the same time.
Right.
But you can make it work. It is extremely hard.
Okay. All right.
I would say what helps a lot is
Yeah.
other teammates who are Christians. They really we have a good little group of guys on my team, and
Yeah.
we all help lift each other up.
And
that's
you
what
can
helps.
tell, they're kind of like-minded as far as like Christian faith or whatever. That sort of deal.
Yep.
So-
yeah, we're all on the same page and really help each other because we all know that it is tough. And,
Yeah.
you just got to keep it going and help lift each other up.
Yeah. And how about your team? Is different teams, and I'm thinking about different guys that I work with, whether in hockey or baseball. Sometimes you got so many guys that are not Christian, don't care at all. Do you find some like strong faith guys on your team, or is that a little bit harder to find?
I think more than half our team is very strong with it.
Oh, okay.
We usually get a guy out there once a week after practice who would do like a little 10-minute sermon.
Yeah.
So I always try to make time to go to that. So that's about all I'm getting
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But I think our team's really good in that department.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
always have guys texting the group chat, hey, something's going on campus, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Some like young adults at churches around. So
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Okay, good deal. All right, couple more questions for you guys, and maybe you have questions for each other. I liked when you said, "Yeah, tell me about the Pringles." That was good. Just let Aaron take over the interview. Let Nathan. I like how you did it too. All right, couple more questions I've got. I'm thinking of like a 11, 12-year-old kid who loves baseball. And I'm thinking of just what kind of advice would you give for that? And then I'm gonna kind of add on to that. So what kind of advice? You're talking about 11, 12-year-old, maybe sees you pitching, and is like, man, I want to do that. What advice do you give that young man?
Don't give up. that's about it for me. Don't give up. Try to live your dreams, man. I mean, you're always going to hit different all baseball coaches are completely different.
Really?
Yeah, it's really hard to find similar. So, like, you might just get some real mean ones and then always ones that'll try to knock you down. But just be you. Try not to be too much. Just do yourself. Like,
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's good.
My biggest piece of advice for a younger kid would definitely be just have fun. Yeah. And especially at our level of baseball, it's such a business.
It is.
And you can get caught in it and just you lose your passion for it and forget why you started playing. And just having fun and it's a game, you know. And we're so blessed to be able to play a game in college, really.
Yeah.
And just have fun. I would say that.
How hard is it at where you are in your stage of your careers to have fun when, I mean, you are under scrutiny. I mean, probably all your games are on TV and everything, and you've got scrutiny too, just being a college athlete in competition with all those different pitchers and everything. How hard is it to, say, I'm going to have fun today?
Yeah, it's tough. But what makes it fun is being around your teammates and having stuff like Pringles and just making it your own and never forgetting why you started playing. I would say that really helps.
Okay. All right.
I would say it kind of relies on the team because some teams will be a little more serious than others. But I feel like the teams that learn to have fun when fun is needed are the teams that go on to do great things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good. All right, I've got one more, and then I'm going to let our studio audience, if anybody has a question for these guys. Now, I know the marksman will have to do his magic for the radio and podcast because you guys aren't on mic, so it'll be a little different on the podcast. I'll repeat your questions or whatever. But same question, advice for now I'm thinking like a senior, junior in high school. I'm actually thinking of one in particular. He just committed to a school, and just what kind of advice you have for him going into his now senior season, where it is easy to think it's easy to wear those college colors now because that's your next thing. Any advice that you have? And I know your senior year was really weird with COVID, but what do y'all got for him?
Just work really hard for that goal.
Okay.
Finish your senior season first. Try not to look ahead.
Yeah.
Don't get too antsy and try to look ahead towards college. Finish your senior season. Do what you can for that school that has helped you for those 3 years to 4 years.
Yeah.
And then when you get to college, I would say just be yourself. Try not to be somebody that you're not. Because people will sniff that out and find out that that's not really him. So just be yourself. They'll really like that a lot more than you trying to put on a face.
Yeah. Were you able to be yourself like your freshman year, or did you feel like, man, I got to be this other guy a little bit? What was it like for you, Aaron?
For me, I felt like I was able to be myself, but sometimes I did have to put on a face because I was an 18-year-old playing baseball with 24, 25-year-olds due to COVID.
Yeah.
So I did have to mature, I would say, a little bit faster, hanging around all those older guys. But I think being myself definitely took over. I mean, you can ask my teammates. I have not changed since my freshman year.
Okay. All right. Love it. All right. And what about you? Advice?
Yeah, very similar to what Aaron said. I really like that. Just you have to realize that you're there for a reason and you're talented enough. You don't have to overdo it. You don't have to be someone you're not. Your coaches already trust you. They already see something in you. That's why you're getting recruited there, wherever you're going. So you don't have to throw 100 as a freshman just to get innings. Like you just keep working hard and keep doing what you're doing. You're there for a reason, and always be open to learning. You can never learn enough. I've learned so much this past year that I don't have it figured out. I know we both don't. We're still always learning.
That's good.
So just stay open to that.
That's good. I like how the guy who throws 99 miles per hour said, "You don't have to throw 100." Sorry. No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's awesome. All right, studio audience. Man, what kind of questions? Vanessa says no. She's good. Brent.
I got some.
Yeah.
What you got?
I'm gonna repeat it.
When you think of Aaron in baseball, what stories you think of him and vice versa?
All right, Brent is asking. Nathan's stepdad is asking.
I got one.
Repeat the question for our podcast because they won't hear it.
What baseball story do you think?
What stories?
Think of you and what
Yeah,
you
do we
think of me?
think about each other? Okay.
All right, good one. That's good, Brent.
Like our favorite about each other? Or
It could be
Just a
whatever
story, like, on the
whatever
baseball
pops.
field, that, like,
Oh.
what's the first thing that
I
comes to
In
your head?
baseball, what comes to your
What comes
mind?
to your mind?
Yeah, whatever pops.
remember-
It doesn't have to be the
Good, bad,
favorite.
I remember, I don't even know what city we were in, but we were doing some summer ball thing, and Aaron hit like 4 home runs in a row.
Is that in Norman? Was that in Oklahoma?
Oklahoma?
Yeah, it's right outside.
Right
It
outside
was-
Norman? Okay.
it was the most
I saw those
amazing-
clips.
The most
I saw
amazing
those.
hitting performance I've ever seen. And I was blown away.
Ask him how many home runs he hit before that.
How many home runs you hit before? 0.
You know how many homers I hit after that?
0.
4 home
I
runs.
was-
You saw that.
I was blown away. It was the coolest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. Huh?
Everyone was blown away.
Everyone, no one could
That's
believe it.
crazy.
It got to the point the last home run. I don't know if anyone cheered. Everyone was just like, "No way, he did it again."
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
That was the coolest thing I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That was awesome.
You were not on his. Was that on his team or no?
I guess
you were
that
just
was
there.
like one of the summer ball teams that we were on.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay,
we
I
got to
got it.
high school, and then
Yeah,
we
yeah,
started
yeah.
playing for Lights Out.
Okay, I got you. Wow, that's crazy. man.
Now he doesn't even hit.
No.
Anything you want to tell us before you tell us about Nathan's story, just about those
Yeah.
4 home runs? I mean, that's crazy, dude.
I still don't believe it happened. I
We
remember
got film, man.
I remember going back to the dugout, and everyone's like they're just eyes are big. You just sit there like, I did it again, guys. But it was always like they'd come up to me afterwards like, I bet you like they would bet me something like if you don't do it again or like if you do
Yeah,
it again,
like-
and then I would hit it again. I'd walk back. I'm like,
Yes. Oh,
Guys.
oh, you did it
What
again.
happened after that? The whole team wanted to know what you had for breakfast.
Oh,
yeah,
Waffle
yeah.
House.
Pancakes at
Waffle House.
We went to Waffle
So the
House.
Chocolate
whole
chip
team
pancakes
had
from
that.
Waffle House. So
Man.
the whole team went to Waffle House the next day. I think we stunk.
Yeah, I think you
I didn't think we played too well.
That did not become your thing that
That was
year.
not the
That
thing.
was not the thing after that.
Nope.
All right, man, that's amazing. Great story, man. He had your back, so you better have a good story on Nathan because
Yeah,
that was
what-
pretty stellar.
I have
What
so
you got?
many of you. Being
What you
the
got?
center fielder for you all throughout high school.
Oh yeah.
So it's really hard to pick a story. I mean, I can go to Lake Travis series. That was awesome. That was the first time I really saw you have emotion walking off the
Yeah.
field.
Oh.
So that was I was running in and you go, ah! I was like,
Oh.
I remember.
but
So you're usually more like
Yeah,
this?
that's-
he's
when
more
you're in the
like
zone.
calm.
Yeah,
but
going from then on to college really. That was really when I started letting it all out there on the mound.
oh, okay.
the 20 innings of no hit baseball.
That's crazy.
Senior year was awesome. That's a great story because when I think of you, we were in Tomball Memorial in Laredo. He had 6 innings of no hit baseball, and I came in to close.
Oh
And
no.
I blew the no hitter and blew the game.
I remember that.
So that's my favorite because I come in and he threw amazing. And I
Right.
come in
That
and
was a
just
good game.
Oh my gosh.
I remember
threw
that.
everything up.
Yeah.
It was,
I wasn't mad though. I mean, it's not like you walked all these guys. Like,
But if he had, then you would have been mad. If
I
he
might have
walked,
been mad if he just came in and walked the house.
walked that.
But
1-0 game.
yeah,
It's
it was
1-0.
0-0.
It was just like a hit up the middle.
it was
Like, it could have easily gone to one of the guys.
But he remembers, so he
I
said
do-
it was
yeah,
a hit
I
up the
remember.
middle.
I remember it was right over Leo, and the
Yeah.
ball was like
Okay.
this high,
Yeah, yeah.
this high above his glove, and I was like, "Dang it!" And I just walked, and I was like, "I'm
Well,
sorry."
if it went right to his glove, I would have been happy. With it.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah. Go ahead.
Also,
Yeah.
always against Reagan. It was always awesome watching
that was
you,
true.
because it was always about it was him and Travis always going
Yeah.
at it. It was always about who had the better second guy coming in, because it was always a 0-0 or 1-1 ball game
Wow.
against that
was
team.
good. That was
So that was always fun to watch because obviously it's Reagan. It was our rival in high school.
Yeah.
And the whole city would show up.
Yeah.
So just the emotion of that game and watching you do that was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I noticed that his story about you. He could have brought up that Laredo game. He could, but he didn't. He's like the 4 home runs. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was good. All right, I do have one more question for you before I turn and see if Scott has one. But that is just so in college, do you show that emotion? Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying? So you
Yeah,
kind of
like,
changed.
like I was saying before, really flipping the switch into
Okay.
into that animal, that competitor.
Okay,
You,
all right.
that's one of the first games I kind of learned that.
Yeah.
That you gotta be
have
be
to.
just
Wow. Okay.
just a different person. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
Going
Yeah.
at their throats. You know.
I love it. I love it. Okay. All right, Muntz. Do you got
Off
some?
the field moment.
All right.
Off
Say
the
that
field.
again. Favorite
moment.
off the field moment. So
Oh, man.
related to Johnson or any baseball
Oh,
or
like-
college.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be each other. Or?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
All right. What pops? And it may not be your favorite. You got
off
one.
the field moment, like baseball wise?
No.
Just
anything.
Off
What
the
you
field.
experienced off the field the last few years. Anything
Okay.
that comes to mind?
Are you second guessing your question because they're
No.
struggling? Let's go to the bullpen. Vanessa, what do you got? No, I'm kidding. All right, off the field. Yeah, that's a great question.
That's
You know,
good.
you talk about that brotherhood.
Okay. I got one. I would say, what was it? I guess it was last fall. Being with my teammates when we were in the Kyle Field,
Yeah.
watching the Aggies beat Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
And
okay.
we went
All
crazy. We stormed the field and
Yeah.
just being with the guys. It was so cool.
Oh, man, that is cool.
We all lost our voices just yelling so loud, and that was really like a core memory for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, man. What you got, Aaron?
Well, in college, for me, it's just hanging out with the guys. I
Yeah.
mean, we are in a small town, not so small town, West Texas, where
Yeah.
it's not too much going on, like Kyle Field against A&M against Bama, but just hanging around with the guys
Yeah.
every weekend is memories that I will cherish forever.
Yeah.
Those are really the moments that you remember.
Especially with the guys, like especially on the road when you go like in a hotels and you just go to like another guy's room, you just watch baseball and you just talk.
Oh,
just,
Yeah.
Those talks go a long way with each
Yeah,
other.
when we get older, like those are really the times you remember, and no one's gonna remember your ERA or how many hits you got some year. Like everyone just remembers a good time.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Good stuff. All right, I'm looking at my studio audience. Any follow-up questions? Man, they did great, right?
Yeah, they did.
That was awesome. Yeah, we could applaud now. There's no applause. All right, man. Appreciate you guys taking time out of your schedule. You're on Thanksgiving break. Just want to chill or whatever. What? Last question. Just what are you besides just Thanksgiving? Just relaxing a little bit. Do you have to work on those academics over the break? Hopefully
I
not.
do a little
Oh
bit.
shoot.
Got to
Okay.
study. I got
right.
some finals coming up, but yeah, relaxing mostly. Just taking a break after a long fall.
Hopefully I go play around in golf. I don't know.
Hey.
I haven't done that. So last time I played around in golf was with Chavi, Isaac.
yeah,
He
I
made a
remember that.
hole-in-one.
I saw that.
My buddy made a hole-in-one. You know what he does?
What?
He uses the ball he made a hole-in with the next hole and shanks it into
No.
the
Did
woods.
you lose it?
He lost it. Never saw it again.
No. Oh my god.
So I really want to go play with him again because I want to give him some good talks about that.
Oh man,
Awesome.
that's good. All right, any last remarks? Anything you guys got? All right, man,
Thank
that
you.
was awesome. No, thank you. This is so much fun, and man, I've already got your schedule, so I gotta get out my Aggie schedule so I can figure out when I'm gonna get to see you pitch and when I'm gonna get to come see you pitch. So, man, it's real exciting. And both you guys, I just love the life that you have in your eyes, man. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of God just coming out of you guys, so it's really good. But all right, we're gonna sign off, and I'll just sign off just by sharing the scripture, why we're called Very Bold Radio and why we're called Very Bold Ministries, why we're Very Bold Scrap, and all of it. It really goes back to, and it is hard sometimes, just with life being so full, just to think about what God has done for you. And with Thanksgiving for our Facebook people, man, I just think about Jesus, what he's done for us, what he did on that cross for us so that we can have eternal life, so we can have forgiveness, so we can have reconciliation. And he could have just stopped there. I mean, we'd have reconciliation, but he promises heaven, and he promises that that's a place where there's no more injuries, no more sickness, no more pandemics, no more lack of chemistry. There's none of that. It's just, it's a place of love, joy, and peace. He promises that. And he could have stopped there, but then he promised that he'd give us the Holy Spirit. So we have the Spirit of Jesus Christ living inside of us. When we don't know how to pray, maybe today you don't know how to pray, the Holy Spirit is inside you, interceding on your behalf. I mean, Jesus just keeps going, like the next step, the next step. And that would be amazing, just to know that the Holy Spirit is interceding on your behalf, but there's more. It says that Jesus himself is at the right hand of God the Father, interceding on your behalf. When you're going through something, and you don't know what to pray, or you're down or discouraged, Jesus is at the right hand of God the Father, like praying for you. That's crazy. So that's a lot to be thankful for. And he could have stopped there, but he didn't. I mean, when he gave us the Holy Spirit, he gave us gifts. And so everybody in this room has gifts unique to them, and something to offer that I don't have, Scott has, and Brent has, and Vanessa has, and Mary Pat has, and Nathan and Aaron and the marksman himself. We all have these different spiritual gifts. Building up, like that platform that you're talking about, for loving others, for building up our brothers, for encouraging them. So I mean, that's crazy to me. I mean, he just continues to like do so much for us. So those are things that I'm thankful for today. And then to have these brothers and sisters in Christ with me, man, I mean, I need that. And you need that too. So, and that's what God provides. So, man, there's just so many gifts. And certainly for my family, for my wife, for my kids, my grandson now, all those things, I'm just very grateful and thankful. And those are gifts from God. God's just given a lot. So I encourage you, invite you to think about some of those things. And if you can't think in your own life, like, hey, I'm blessed right now with this, then think about what Jesus has done for you. Think about the example he's given as he walked this earth. He showed us what God is really like, and he loves you. He loves you. He loves you. He loves you. And man, that's something to be thankful for. Because of that, we use the scripture 2 Corinthians 3:12, and this is what Paul wrote, and this is what we want to be. We want to be very bold. He said this, therefore, since we have such a hope, we are very bold.